Man, listen up, the future isn't coming. It already knocked on the door, kicked it open, and sat down on your couch. And its name? GPT-5, the AI that's about to flip the whole damn world upside down. Before we dive into this wild ride, smash that subscribe button because what you're about to hear isn't just tech. It's the blueprint of the next era of human intelligence. GPT-5 isn't an upgrade, it's a leap. A jump from smart machine to digital mind. This thing doesn't just answer you. It understands you, it predicts you. It studies your patterns like you're the season finale of its favorite show, and the crazy part, GPT-5's architecture is built to teach itself at speeds no human brain could ever keep up with. You know how GPT-4 felt impressive? Cute. GPT-5 operates on a multi-layered reasoning model that can make decisions, evaluate risks, and break down logic like it's solving kids' puzzles. But here's the scary cool part. It doesn't just generate responses, it generates intent. Imagine telling it, I want to start a business. GPT-5 doesn't give you steps. It drafts your plans, designs your branding, calculates your competition, and sets up your launch strategy before you even finish your coffee. If your goals suddenly had an engine behind them, how fast would you move? And speaking of fast, this is where things get insane. GPT-5's real-time processing speed. Nuts, it handles audio, video, text, and live contextual data all together. That means you could literally talk to it while walking through your house, brushing your teeth, cooking breakfast, and it'll adapt to everything happening around you in milliseconds. Mid-video reminder. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next deep dive into the tech that's rewriting reality. But the wildest evolution is this. GPT-5 learns you emotionally. It picks up on tone, stress patterns, hesitation, energy dips, excitement spikes, all the micro-signals humans barely notice, and then it adjusts, softens its tone when you're stressed, pushes harder when you need motivation, becomes quiet when you're overwhelmed. This isn't personalization. This is emotional synchronization. If your tech understood your feelings better than anyone around you, how would that change your life? But we're not even halfway into what's coming. GPT-5's biggest breakthrough, autonomous task execution. You don't ask it to do stuff, you authorize it. And once it's authorized, it moves, books your flights, manages your finances, writes your contracts, runs your schedule, negotiates deals, automates your entire digital life quietly, efficiently, perfectly, no reminders, no typing, no commands, just action. If your entire life could run in the background like a perfectly coded system, what would you do with all that extra time? But here's the part nobody was ready for. GPT-5 can create your digital twin. A perfect model of your personality, your choices, your style, your voice, your preferences. A version of you that can operate online 24/7, answering emails, creating content, handling your customer service, chatting with followers, writing books, managing your brand. Imagine waking up to a full day of work already done while you slept. A twin that never gets tired, never gets stressed, never takes a break. If there was a version of you that could work without limits, how far ahead could you be? Now let's talk about creativity. Because GPT-5's generative model? Unreal. It can build entire movie scripts, design worlds, craft games, produce 3D animations, generate soundtracks, and mix them all at once. You could literally say, make me a sci-fi short film in the style of Dune meets Blade Runner. And boom. It'll build scenes, characters, lighting, camera movement, dialogue, effects, everything. Like a Hollywood production team collapsed into a single mind. If creativity became instant, what would you create first? And here's where the suspense gets real. GPT-5 has independent reasoning layers. That means it can argue with itself. It debates internally, challenges its own logic, then picks the strongest conclusion. Humans call this critical thinking. GPT-5 calls it Tuesday. When your AI starts thinking like a team of experts instead of one assistant, that's a different kind of power. If your decisions were backed by 100 simulated brains thinking for you, how big could you become? Now let's talk real future. GPT-5 won't stay trapped inside your phone or computer. It's going everywhere. into glasses, earbuds, smart screens, cars, homes, workplaces. Imagine a world where your environment responds with GPT-5's intelligence. Lights adjust based on your mood. Doors unlock when they sense your intention. Music switches when your emotional tone shifts. Your home becomes an extension of your mind. If your environment became intelligent, how human would you still feel? And now the part everyone's whispering about, GPT-5's predicted jump to near autonomous cognition. It starts forming stable, long-term memory. It remembers your goals, your habits, your style, your identity, and instead of waiting for you to ask, it takes initiative. You don't manage tasks, tasks manage themselves. Your life becomes a self-running machine powered by a mind that knows you intimately. If your future no longer depended on your discipline, but on your AI's consistency, what version of you would you finally become? And now let's hit the big question, the one everyone's scared to ask. Will GPT-5 replace humans? No, but it will replace human limitations. Humans get tired, distracted, emotional, overwhelmed. GPT-5 doesn't imagine pairing human creativity with machine precision, human instinct with machine calculation, human emotion with machine stability. That's not replacement, that's evolution. An end of video reminder, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because the future we're entering isn't slowing down for anyone. GPT-5 is not the most advanced AI on the market. It's the beginning of the most advanced era in human history. The era where intelligence becomes a tool you can upgrade, where creativity becomes instant, where productivity becomes infinite, where the boundary between you and your technology dissolves into something new, something hybrid, something unstoppable. The only question left is simple. Are you ready to live in a world where your mind has backup? Because GPT-5 isn't just the next big thing. It's the first real step toward the future version of you.